You wouldn't care anyway.
Yeah.
You just gonna go click on whatever your dumb ass want to listen to.
Sports has the ability to bring people together. Regardless if you vote Democrat, you vote Republican. If you live in New York, more than likely you're gonna be a Giants fan. You're gonna want to root for them to win. Do you feel like sports and are infused with politics a lot, or what's your thoughts?
I mean, it's synonymous in a way because if you look at it, I mean, again, it's a microcosm of community we live in. It's a bunch of people from different backgrounds trying to keep within a structure, trying to reach an objective, and that objective obviously is to win. And for us in life, community, trying to win in life, not everyone has to be a star, celebrity in life, but a lot of people who are living quote unquote average lives just want to be happy in a sense, want to be entertained, want to be happy, and want to feel like, their head isn't underwater, all the time, or their head's not being forced underwater or something. They're having to start behind the line or just getting fair opportunities and all in that sense. So I just look at, like I said, sports, that locker room is a community within itself. People from all different walks of life,
Yeah.
Like how many, even now, like you look at where politics and all are so strong now. I'm looking at different players, different former teammates from all different walks of life. And you're looking at some of the posts and you're like, dang, that's how you feel. But then some of the posts you're looking for other people, you're like, dang, I didn't know you felt like that, man. Like, I didn't know that you were from that situation, or you're my liaison to that voice of that community or whatever. So, it's kind of cool sometimes to read a former teammate's post and be like, oh, that person's from a neighborhood that's the focus of the topic right now, the focus of the narrative. And you get to hear that person saying their experience and all. It's like, oh man, I know this dude. Like, I know this dude. This dude works hard. This dude was a funny dude, good locker room guy. And he's from that. So if he's speaking of an experience or whatever, then, he's speaking with passion, and all in that sense. And I think it's cool because you get to, again, it's one of those things. If you're open to learning, then you could learn something.
Yeah.
And that only helps you with your perspective on life.
Yeah, exactly. Because, it just goes back to, your show when you was on David Blast, had different opinions, different perspective. Yeah. I love that's why I like Skip and Shannon.
Yeah.
They're different. They have different opinions, different beliefs, different outlooks, and I kind of like hearing both sides. So that's one thing I always loved.
The difference is, though, man, and sometimes it's the unfortunate situation is we're like, even though you can see shows where people don't like each other, they're just doing it. They're creating magic for the show. But you also look at shows, when it comes to some of these political shows where that debate is so divisive and the vitriol is they're strong back and forth. But then those two people, they know they're cool in real life.
Yeah.
They created this. See, the thing, they can do that because they know they're getting a check.
Yeah.
Your everyday person, your everyday two people, they're not getting checks. So they're not going to come to any common ground off after camera or whatever. They're just going to continue to argue to be right, not argue to hear, because they see it going on TV and think like, oh, well, this X and X pundit just stuck it to this pundit, so I'm gonna go stick it to a lib or a Dem or a Republican or whatever. And it's like, you're doing it to fight. You're doing it just to be combative. Yeah. You're not doing it to educate anyone in a sense, So that's the only thing I don't like about it when it comes down to that type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people, they're paid for entertainment.
Yeah.
And when that arguing stuff, that debate is a form of entertainment now.
So in your opinion, you think media plays a role?
I think it all plays a role. I think, it plays a role, and at the same time, sometimes I don't even feel bad I'm not even mad at some of the pundits or the personalities or whatever out there that kind of feed on or take control or like prey into people, because it's like people are stupid, man. Like you even if the information was right there, you wouldn't care. The truth was right there in your face.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't care anyway.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go click on whatever your dumb ass want to listen to, whatever clickbait you want to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you feel good inside or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I can't even look and be like, oh, that person's a bad person, whatever. It's just, you just preying on a dummy, yo. Just, oh.
Yeah, like they say, you know, people don't entertain the truth when the lie is so much better.